digest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Good evening. With the world in a bit of chaos today, as you can see, with all the news coming out from the Middle East, and maybe everyone's a little bit on edge, a little bit scared. Maybe football is the one that might bring us all together. And maybe for a couple of hours tomorrow, we can forget about the world, forget about the troubles, forget about what's happening on our TV screens, and just concentrate on the one thing that we all love, which is Tottenham Hotspur, and us getting 3 points against Fulham. It is vital we do, because with West Ham losing today, I don't know what the latest is from Leeds. I don't know if Leeds are losing or winning. I don't know what the latest there is. Guys, can you give me the latest from Leeds? Any?
Yeah, Leeds lost 1-0.
So with sort of results going in our favour, maybe it's time for Tottenham to actually stop being Dr. Tottenham and being happy Tottenham and get 3 points in the bag. Joining me tonight, of course, me, you two co-hosts, Tequila and James. Tequila, how are you, bud?
I'm okay, guys. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. And James, how are you, bud? I know you've been busy at work and life has taken over, but how are you, bud?
Yeah, apart from working till morning till night, and sometimes morning till morning, and personal life, trying to juggle everything. I'm good. Enough about complaining. No, I'm good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, to be fair.
I am too. It's going to be good. And as I said, with the world in a little bit of chaos tonight, I think we need this. I think
tonight.
we need this.
Tonight?
What do you mean tonight?
That assumes that it was only tonight it's been in chaos.
Well, it wasn't as bad. It was in semi-chaos. Now it's in full chaos after when I woke up this morning and saw the news, what's happening in the Middle East. Yeah. And just let you know, me and Philip are doing the political show tomorrow night at 7 on this. We're going to give you all the very latest what's happening in the Middle East. So do join us for Dermot and Philip's Political Till We Die. We're being joined quickly by Irish independent journalist Ronan McGeevy as well, joining us, giving us all the latest news. So we will be doing that. Also, go over to Tequila's channel, the new wrestling channel, and his gaming channel. And do also hit a like on me and James's gaming channel and Ireland Till We Die as well, which we did episode number 2 last night. Guys, I want to start with a little bit of breaking news. It is breaking news, but it's not confirmed. It's not. It's a rumor. It is Amanda Stavely is believed, and her husband are believed to have more than 3 billion in finances ready to buy Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. I'll start with you, Tequila, on this. Then I'll go down to you, James, because I'm sure you've been talking to your sources. We've been talking to mine. Tequila, where are you on this? Would you be happy with this type style of takeover with Amanda Stavely and the husband taking over Tottenham?
Well,
If it was to happen.
my first thing is to think that's probably not enough. Didn't Levy want 5?
Well, it's not down to Levy, is it? It's down to
Yeah,
to
but if Levy in it, you know what I mean? Are they going to take 3? I'm not sure they would. That's all. She might need a bit more. She might need a bit more.
Yeah, how would you feel though if she did take the football club over? Would you be happy with that? Would that be a middle ground owner for you?
I don't care about the owner. I just care about if they're going to put proper money in. So it's like I don't have a preferred real owner, Dermo. The only thing I say, I don't think I want state ownership because I think there's extra baggage with that. Well, as you just kind of alluded to, I don't think we need the extra baggage. So I'd rather not state ownership. But when it comes to like what country they're from, like and who they are, I think it might have been Rain who said it the other day. I think we put way too much credence into these owners, and I'm actually fed up of talking about them. If I'm honest with you. We can't help it. I'm not saying that we can't. We have to talk about them, but me having a favourite. I mean, they're all got more money than I'll ever have. So I mean, I don't care which one of them is. I just want them to do right by the football club. So I haven't got a preference, honestly, Dermot. I just don't think I want state ownership because I think there's extra baggage there that I just don't think we really need. Personally.
Yeah, what about you, James? I sort of agree. I know where you're coming from on that. I really do. I think you make a good point. I mean, James, look. Do you want to bring up Paul Brown's comment because it's sort of been the sort of realms of where I'm going with this and this. Look, I've always had this sneaking feeling that Daniel Levy might be somewhere behind it. You sell my shares, and then that be a way into it. Is Daniel Levy the key here for them to buy Tottenham out? Could it be Levy shares, and then whatever it is to take over? Enix shares. Is this where we might be looking at, or is Paul Brown right? And I will get your thoughts in this as well, Tequila. Are we Stanley? Can you leave a consultant? Where you want it?
I'll answer the first part of the question. Would I be happy with the Amanda Stavely and her husband taking over? And I'll sort of tie into that question there. I think it'd be a quick turnaround for her. I think what she's looking at is if she can buy us for free, keep us for another couple of years. Hopefully, we're still in the Premiership. Maybe chuck a couple of 100 million at the club. I would say 500 million over the course of 2 years. And then sell us and probably try and sell us for 4.
House flipper then, James, eh?
Pardon?
Said a house flipper then, huh?
Yeah. That's how I see it. That's how I'm calling it. That's how I see it. That's if 3 billion's enough to bring Enoch to the table. I don't think it is. I don't honestly think it is enough to bring them to the table. I think they're going to be looking for more 4. Whether or not a deal can be done and an extra person, maybe Daniel Levy saying, well, rather than you buying me out of my shares, I'll contact Amanda and see if I can become part of a consortium and we will buy the full lot together. It could happen. Am I saying it's going to happen like that? Absolutely not. I have been speaking to my source on and off when the news started to break regarding this money being gathering. First thing I did was hit out there. And the responses I got was the club have made no response.
I'll give you the latest I got from the people that we use here on the channel. And all I got was nothing concrete. That's what I got. That's the latest I got. Nothing concrete yet. A giant panda, right. I'm going to put this out here now. every channel here says, oh, we've got a source or we got somebody within the football club. We actually do, and our channel actually has proven that. I don't know if you want to step in here, Tequila, because we've been pretty good on breaking news over the last three.
Just don't feed them, Dermo. That's my advice to you.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
I don't know if he needed to be banned, but he just don't feed
No,
him.
I didn't. I just put him in a little timeout for a minute.
No, he's
Just
banned.
put him in a little
You have
timeout
banned him.
for a minute.
You
Have
have
I? Oh well. I thought I'd put him in a timeout. My apologies.
Yeah, I mean, where look, I just think it's right time now for them to sell. If I'm being honest, I think it's the right time for them to go. They can't take us any further. Effectively, they are taking us down, but not taking us anywhere upwards. If you had to put a percentage on it, what percentage would you say they might be gone in the summer?
I would probably go on the lines of 60%. They'll be sold. They'll sell up by the summer. And I actually said that last summer as well.
But if they don't, if we get relegated, I don't think they're going to leave. If we get relegated, they ain't going nowhere.
No, because they won't have value in the club.
Yeah, you said that yourself. Yeah. I mean, we said. I mean, Tequila, where's your percentage at it? If we don't get relegated and we survive, where's your percentage on them staying or going?
I honestly haven't got a number, Dermo. Me saying the number would be meaningless. All I know is that we say the same thing every year. I'm sorry, but we do, and you know it's true. But you're right. If we get relegated, the percentage goes to zero. If we get relegated, because there's no way they're going to sell for half. If they want 3 million minimum, they ain't going to get 3 million. As somebody put in the chat, they ain't going to get 3 million for a championship club, are they?
No. Well, how much? Look, if you forget about the properties around Tottenham and the portfolio they have in properties, right? How much would they want just for the football inside? Would that be around 3 billion just for the football inside alone? So Amanda says, okay, Nick, you can keep your buildings, you can keep your houses, you can keep your properties, but we just take the football inside. Do you reckon that might be worth 3 billion?
It's a good shout.
Enoch would, but in my view, I don't know what you guys think, but I think if Enoch were offered a chance just to concentrate on their property portfolio and building houses and building hotels, surely wouldn't they be glad just to get rid of the football side? We don't need this stress. We don't need this hassle.
Yeah, but the thing the thing is with that, yes, I can see where your thinking lies with that, Dermo. The problem is a lot of the property that's around the ground is inherently tied to the football club.
I get you.
Like the new hotel that's being built is going to be for the football club and fans of the football club, and that's good. They're going to charge a premium package on whatever room you're staying in. Also, the other bits of land that they've acquired around the stadium, and bearing in mind their whole thing was to redevelop Tottenham as an area as a whole, and they are doing that. But I don't think just for property value of it in itself would be enough to entice Enoch just to sell the football inside, because the football inside is a money generator. Property is, once you've got property, you're developing that property on the hope that your development is then going to increase what you've paid in the development. So for argument's sake, the hotels cost them 250 million to build. They've then either got to keep and maintain the high standards of that hotel, to keep its inherent value of 250 million. But they'll also then hope that improves either by generating the money back through profit from the actual hotel stays, or that because of how the ground and the area is continued to develop, it'll increase the price up on the value of the hotel itself. But whether or not they'd be interested in that is it's a longer term money solution rather than a short term gain that the football club brings.
I mean, Tequila, I mean, do I have a point? Does James have a point? Manders Davies said in the chat, can bid again in March. That's when she can come back in and bid again. But do you think, look, it's been said, Tequila, Simon Jordan, more than once, that Tottenham's a spaceship and we do need new captains for us to fly. I think that is true in what he's saying. Have the Lewis family, especially Vinay, or especially Viv and Charlie and Peter Carrington and probably Vinay. Well, forget Vinay for 1 minute because I think Vinay has got the guts to see this through. They're not getting any younger, the Lewis kids. They're not like they're in their 30s or they're in their 40s. They're in their 50s and 60s. So they're not getting any younger. Do you feel a part of them is saying, do you know what? Fuck this. We don't need this shit. We don't need the hassle and the abuse from the fans. We thought by getting Daniel Levy will get them off our backs. It hasn't. And do you think they might see 3 billion? They might go to Daddy Lewis and go, do you know what, Joe? Let's just take this. Let's just concentrate on the properties. Let's just concentrate on what we know and just get out of this football lark. Can you see that happening? Because wouldn't you be sick of it? You're at that age.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Not if I've been waiting so many years to get my hand on the shiny new toy, and then the last obstacle for me getting my hand on the toy was Daniel Levy. If I'd finally waited all that years in the wing, this is assuming, of course, because none of us really know. Assuming that I've been waiting so long to get my hand on the shiny toy that is Tottenham Hotspur, and I finally get my hand on a toy, and then what? Because we have a bad season, I'm going to throw away the toy already? Probably not.
Yeah,
I would imagine they want to play with the toy for a bit longer, Dermo. This is why I'm not sure they want to sell, because if they've really been waiting in the wings for so long, trying to get Danny Boy out, and they've finally achieved that, then why are we so adamant that they're going to be so eager to sell? I mean, everything's got their price for the right. Yeah, anyone will sell for the right money, but why do we think they're going to be eager to sell? Because I don't know if they're going to be not eager.
I don't know. Look, it's something I think is going to run and run. I think Tottenham, apart from the fight we're in to stay in the Premier League, I think this is going to rumble on in the background. This has very much the inklings of a takeover. We all know takeovers happen in stages. Oh, they've rejected a bid. All they've come in. This is like a transfer, but a transfer of a bigger toy, if you know what I mean, a bigger player. I just think there would be more into this. I think there's something in this. We'll have to see what Tottenham do. We'll have to see what Enoch do. If we don't get out of the problems we're in, and the backlash on them becomes more intense, and more protests are planned, and it is a case of Enoch out, isn't it? When the protests were happening, Enoch out, Levy out. So we've got one out. I think until we get the second one out, I don't think Tottenham will fly. Once Enoch are out and we've got new owners are prepared to invest within the team, invest in the manager, bring Poch back, give him the money he needs to build a super squad, then you watch Tottenham go. But we're never going to get that under Enoch. Apparently, Enoch have also said they're going to next summer's going to be a big summer. They're preparing to invest quite heavily into the squad.
But we've heard that before, Dermo. We have heard that before.
That's the point I'm going to make. We've heard this before. So do we believe it? Who knows? But look, I think it's something worth keeping an eye on. I want to say big up to Vindaloo. Big up to you, Vinda. How you doing, bud? Nice to see you. He says, big up Dermo, bro. If there's anything I can do, thank you so much. I mean, really, I appreciate. I know you're there for me at our time of need. I know, Vindaloo, you really are. You're dancing, you're singing, you're happy, you're everything until you play Chelsea tomorrow, and you're going to get whooped tomorrow. Chelsea are going to whoop you. Chelsea are going to turn up. Arteta's going to be crying into his mammy's arms tomorrow night. Arsenal fans will be taking home their books from the library. And Man City will be winning the league. It's down to what, 3 points now? Man City behind us, 2
2 points.
Pressure's back on Arsenal. Just very much on the title race, very quickly, guys, before we go on to Fulham tomorrow and the stats and where we think we're going to go. And as I said, at 9:30, this stream will be going over to a members only stream because we are going to do the predicted lineup live. If you're not a member and you do want to watch the predicted lineup live, do get across and pick up your memberships. That will be live at 9:30. So do watch out for that. Guys, I want to talk a little bit about the title race. We know Arsenal beat us 4-1 last week. I think they were the better team in the day, and the best team won, in my view. Hurts me to say it. Not really happy, but the better team did win. I've always said that they would have to back it up this week against Chelsea to back up what they did against us. Do you think, guys, if Chelsea get a result tomorrow, do you think that swings the Premier League in Manchester City's favour?
Yes, because then Arsenal will play the game more and Man City 3 points will take them a point ahead of them. So yes, it does give them a little bit of gives them that game in hand that they've got, but games in hand don't always guarantee 3 points. So I would say it would make it a coin flip for me, but it does give Man City, there is logical thinking to say that it would tip in Man City's favour.
Yeah, Tequila, where are you on it? Do you think they have to back up tomorrow? A win against us to show they are to win the league? Do you think they have to get a win tomorrow and back up their win against us?
I think it can still go either way, Dermo. But the truth is I don't care about Man City or Arsenal. They can both jump off a short pier.
Yeah, but that's not the question. I'm asking the question is, as a football fan, and it is a quite intense title race, like it is down the bottom for us. Pressure for us to stay in the Premier League. The title race, the pressure is on them to either win the league. I mean, is tomorrow vital for either team to if Arsenal lose, Man City then gain the initiative. If Arsenal win, then the title race, it keeps them sort of 5 points clear. So psychologically, do you think a win tomorrow or a defeat tomorrow, I'd like us with Fulham, a win or a defeat tomorrow can affect the players psychologically in each thing where we're going for? That's you.
I mean, psychologically, I mean, it'll start playing on Arsenal's mind. I might think. I think with us, the psychological benefit of getting 3 points tomorrow will give the team the much needed lift that I think that they'll need, and hopefully give them a bit of self-belief back, because I think the team is just completely lacking in self-belief. But Igor have been with the team longer now. Hopefully they'll understand a little bit more on what he wants them to do. So I think that it'll be a different Tottenham tomorrow. And I think we should have a good game on his hands. And hopefully we come away with 3 points.
Yeah, I think tomorrow as well. I think football's all about psychological, isn't it? It's about players, how they psychologically going to cope with the pressure. Doesn't matter if you fight for Champions League, fight for the league, or fight in relegation. I think it's all about psychological. And I don't think our players have the psychological fight in them to fight. Now, we may stay up. And I think 36 points may be enough, actually, to stay up. 36 points has been enough to be the safety margin over the last couple of seasons. So, Tequila, with Fulham tomorrow, we haven't won there since 2013. Harry Kane was the last person to score there in the Premier League. Are you expecting the Spurs team to come out? We do have the return of Porro and Danso. Do you expect Spurs to go out tomorrow and get all 3 points and win quite comfortably tomorrow? against a quite average Fulham side.
No, not expect. No, you got not when you use that word expect. No, I think there's a chance because I don't think, like you said, Fulham aren't that amazing. But to expect it, I don't think you can expect anything from this team, Dermo, this year. You can't honestly expect anything. Away from home, we're slightly better than we are at home, so there's that going for us. But to expect a win, no, mate, not this team. Not this year. Not last year either, but not this year. Not with this team. I expect nothing from them. Doesn't mean they can't win, but I wouldn't expect it, bruv. Not expect. No.
Yeah. I want to say big up to True Blue Hendu. What a name. That is a great name. I like that name. There's some names in YouTube I just like, and that's one of them. That's just, if you're doing the Hendu company, that's what you'll call it. True Blue Hendu. I mean, I can see James even now thinking now, yeah, I've got that. But a bit like Tommy Shelby out of the Peaky Blinders, you can see him thinking, yeah, that would do. Yeah. I can't wait for that film to come out myself, by the way. I'm looking forward to the Peaky Blinders film coming out and 2 new series after it as well. Bring it on. He says, good morning from Oz. Well, good morning from the lovely Australia. I've got to say, I enjoyed the Eagles presser. So did I, actually. Had hoped the team take his non-nonsense approach to the pitch. Enjoy the show. Thanks. Well, big up. Firstly, thank you, True Blue Hendu. Thank you for the kind words. You enjoyed the show. Really, really nice of you. I've been enjoying the Eagles presses as well, and we are going to talk a little about Eagle in a while, so do hang on for that. I mean, James, look, Fulham look not great at the moment, and we are going to go over the stats of both teams in the Premier League, but we haven't won there since 2013.
No.
Again, psychologically, is that a worry for the players that if you haven't won at a stadium for so long, it can play in your mind a little bit? And as I was told last night, there's a couple of ex-Arsenal players in there. Apparently last weekend doing their funny dances on the bus, trying to wind up. But does it play on players' minds if you haven't won there for a while, that you think, can we get a result there? Or what do you expect from Tottenham tomorrow?
I expect them to be running. To be fair, I think that's what Igor is all about: getting the players running, getting the players moving, high press, high intensity, and I kind of expect to see that. If Danso and Porro are fit to start, I think that's great. I think it gives us then a stronger back line. I think it gives us a bit more dynamic ball crosser on the right side in Porro. I mean, don't get me wrong, Archie Gray filled in admirably, but he's not right wing back.
No.
So, but he's done all right. Well, he didn't really do much wrong in the Arsenal game, and a lot of people have criticised him for I think it was Arsenal's 4th goal, where Gyökeres just sort of shrugs past him and he's gone, he's left him. But I look at it as in, for 85 minutes, Archie Gray had been up and down the field so many times and chasing and running, he'd not stopped. If you look at the distance travelled heat maps between the two, the Archie Gray's is nearly double of what Gyökeres had run. So, of course, Gyökeres is going to have that little bit extra in the tank. So I think he's filled in really well there, but having him available to drop into a central midfield role or defensive midfield role gives us another option there. Obviously, we've got very little option on the left. So it's going to be interesting to see how he sort of gets the best out of the players that he's got, really. But I do expect him to see aggressive front foot football and the players running again.
No, I do too. Look, I look, I'm always confident we're going to win. I never back my team to lose. Never. I've never will do. I am 48, 9 years of age now. And I've never yet backed my team to win. And I back us to win 3-0 tomorrow. I think we're going to go there. We're going to put them to the sword. And the players are now going to start to play under Igor's way. He's no nonsense. What we need a manager to give it the players and tell them what we think of them. And I think tomorrow the players will start to give something back to us. Then we've got Palace on Thursday. I think we're going to get 3 points there. And look, we're going away to Liverpool. And I think we might get a point. Might not. But I think we might get something, a point up there. Liverpool haven't been great either. Though they did beat West Ham 5-2 today. But I just think you can catch Liverpool on a bad day, which we have seen this season. For me, Tequila, look, Igor, I like his no nonsense approach. I like the way he's doing his press conferences. I like the way he's just taking no shit from the players. He's doing training without the ball, making them run without it. Players don't like that because they always want to play with the ball. But he's doing it now. He's making them run the extra mile in training. Is that what we needed? Was Thomas Frank too soft in his approach to the Tottenham players when it came to training and the way he approached it and praising Arsenal all the time? Do these players now specifically need Igor as a sergeant major to really get the best out of them?
No, for me, the players need to look themselves in the mirror and take accountability. But I know that they won't. But that's the first thing I think they need to do is stop passing the buck, which they won't. They've got another manager fired. Igor knows at least he hasn't got to worry about that because he's not going to get fired, most likely, because he's only going to be there for like 2 months. So he hasn't got to worry about what the players think of him that much. I do like the fact that you're on first name basis with him, Dermo. That always entertains me.
Yeah.
For me, Mr. Tudor, go on.
Took me out for dinner last night and everything. Had a lovely meal with him.
That's too much info, dude. Mr. Tudor is he looks like he's a bit of an authoritarian. That's the word, isn't it? A little bit like Conte was. All I honestly care about is can he galvanize these guys to get 3 points tomorrow? I think there's easier games, Dermo. I still look at the Wolves game. I still look at the Forest game.
Yeah.
We need to get six points from those games.
Yeah, I do agree.
Whether or not we can pick up 3 more points amongst the other games, I think we can get a draw. I don't expect us to win. I think we can get a draw. I don't know. I don't know what to say about Igor. He's. I feel like I've heard it all before, though, mate. Do you not? Is it just me who feels this way? You're not kind of worn down by these managers, and it's just like I'm fed up of hearing the managers. I'm fed up of hearing them talk. I actually want to say to them, shut up. I know that they're asked to do the press conferences. I get it. It's not that they're asked to do these things, right? But I can't help but when I hear them, I just like I don't actually care what you've got to say. Go prove it to me, because talk is cheap. I've heard it all before. I've heard the charlatan Ange. Yes, I said it. The charlatan Ange and all his stuff, which is one way. I've heard Thomas Frank say virtually nothing and just praise other teams. I've heard both sides, and now this guy wants to come in and try to be sergeant major in the army, just like Conte was. So I feel like I've heard this all before with all these styles. All I care about is what happens on the pitch. I don't care what he says about anything.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, you don't want to. Sorry.
No, I know it sounds. I know I'm being blunt, but this is where I'm at with Spurs right now. Is that I don't care at all about what the manager's got to say about anything. He's not going to be here in a couple of months. So I don't care at all about him. I just want him to get 9 points. I don't care what he says. I don't care what his philosophy is. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in him. These managers are not these saviors who come in. I'm fed up of going from these saviors, one savior to the next. I just want him to just get 9 points for us, right? Then he'll get a very nice, he's going to get a nice paycheck no matter what. And that's it. Honestly, I'm not looking at him long term. So I don't even care really what his tactics are. I just want him to get 9 points. He wasn't my choice anyway. You know this. I think I'm baffled by the decision, but I have to live with it like the rest of us do. I got no say in it. But he doesn't fill me with confidence, Dermo. But He must see. If he impressed Paratici, which is apparently where the recommendation came from, then hopefully there's something about him, dude. But I'm not judging him. By the way, you know this, Dermo. You didn't believe in the whole free hit stuff, and you're allowed your opinion. I'm not judging him on the Arsenal game at all. I'm really not. This will be a much bigger test for what I think. If he's got anything about him, this would be a bigger measuring stick in my mind tomorrow, because they're not a world-class team we're facing. Are they better than us? Player for player? There's not much in it, really. Not player for player, really.
Look, for me, there's a few things I want to. I mean, on the Ange thing, I mean, Ange is such a divisive figure within the fan base anyway. People like him, people don't like him. People appreciate, people sort of have their views on it, and it's right. Everyone will have their views. Everyone's got views on Pochettino. Everyone's got views on every manager we've had at the football club. But Ange did win us a trophy, and as much as the league form was a disaster, and yes, you're right, some of the games in the league were baffling. He did win us a trophy, but as I said, people think Poch is a loser for not winning anything. It doesn't make my opinion any less than the next person. So, and on Igor, I get what you're saying, where I don't listen to him, and I don't, this is not my manager. This is not who. I get that, and I understand that, and I do you know what? I think there's a majority of Tottenham fans probably saying exactly the same thing you're saying. And not every fan would say exactly the same thing. You get a room of 100 Tottenham fans, guarantee you 90% of them are going to say different things. Only 5% or 95% will say different things. Maybe 5% will say the same things. I think these players need an authoritative in Conte type manager in the dressing room to put them through their paces and make them take responsibility. And he has said that in the press conference. These players have to take responsibilities. They have to come out and said, everyone has to take responsibilities. The club does, the manager does, the player does, the director of football does, Paratici does. He has to take responsibility. It's very easy to either just blame the manager or just blame the players. I think there's other moving parts of the football clubs now where, especially at Tottenham, we've been in such a mess for the last couple of years, and it's been magnified now because of Daniel Levy being pushed out of the football club, where he was, somebody put it the other night, an octopus with his tentacles all around the place. Now we've got to get people in to do the jobs that he was covering, and maybe call that a control freak, maybe call it what you want, but we were a bit of a well-oiled machine. We weren't well-oiled to doing anything, but we were well-oiled. In every way you think of it. So look, I think tomorrow's important. And to your point about managers, am I getting sick of hearing them? No, I'm not. I'm not getting sick of hearing them. I like listening to him. I like his attitude. I like Igor Tudor's passion. I like the way he's going about it. It's like no nonsense. Fine, that's what we need. And if we need that to get us out of relegation, then that's what we need in this present time. Should they have brought in a manager that knew the Premier League? Probably. They probably should have done. That knew the league, that knew what the North London derby meant. So, hindsight's a wonderful thing. If Tottenham had the hindsight to sack Thomas Frank in November, maybe we could have got a decent manager in for the rest of the season. Maybe we wouldn't be down in 16th place. Maybe we could be in the top half of the table, fight for a Conference League place. Probably still in the FA Cup as well. So, hindsight's brilliant, but we can't work. Football doesn't work in hindsight. It works on the results. The results weren't good enough. The manager gets a sack, and we have to think quickly on our feet. And Igor's the man to take us to the end of the season.
My point is, Dermo, is that I was trying to say is that I don't care what he says. I care what he does. Like he can talk the biggest game in the world, and if on the pitch nothing changes, then I don't care what he said. So talk is cheap. And to the people in the chat who didn't like what I said about Ange, I can back it up, but that would be a whole show, and I don't think the guys want to hear me rant on Ange. But I can if you want. I called him what I called him. That's what I believe he was. I never said he didn't win it. Did I ever say the words he didn't win as a trophy? No, I never did. I never said that. I said he was a charlatan because he was. I'm allowed that view. So it's not rubbish comment. It's my comment.
As I
Well,
said, you
just
could
refined to
put,
some
you could
people and
put,
fans who are, unhappy with that comment.
yeah,
I can back it up.
you-
I can back it up if you want, but I don't think I want to take over the show going on about Ange again. It was a one-handed comment, so but I can back it up if you really want me to go into it. I can give plenty of examples where he was exactly what I said he was, but I don't think the boys want to go over that again.
Look, as I said, you could have 100 Tottenham fans in one room. I guarantee you, every one of them would have a different opinion. Probably only 4 or 5 would probably have the same agreement. So everyone's entitled to as long as people are respectful in the chat, everyone's entitled to their opinion, and everyone should have an opinion. Everyone should have their right to say what they want to say and where they can feel safe in saying it. If we make a comment on here and you don't agree with it, then respectively, by all means, counter it, but respectful, and do it in a way that we can debate. It's all about. I always found it, and I said it today. It's all about compromise, and you've got to compromise on people's opinions. You've got to compromise on how people think and where people are coming from. And if me and Tequila don't agree on Ange, we have 2 different views in this. We don't agree on Pochettino, but I respect his view and he respects mine. And I just want people to respect people if they do make a comment and in the chat to respect the people on here that make opinions. And that's what it is. Opinions make the world go round. Football is full of opinions. We're never going to agree on it. 1 iota. Never going to agree on it. James, Bud, I mean, with Igor and the way he's been a bit like a Conte type manager, it didn't work well under Conte, did it? But Conte got us Champions League football in his first season. He was sacked after his outburst in 4th place. Do you think players, and I know, look, I'm trying to use it as an example, and if Colin, if you are watching, please do tell me if I'm wrong on this, but wasn't Colin a semi-professional footballer as a goalkeeper? So if you're looking at it from a player's point of view, wouldn't you prefer a little bit of an authoritative figure? Because you've got to be guided by the manager of players, aren't you? Rarely. As a manager, your job's to guide the players.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few things I could unpick on certain things we just said there. I was just sat there waiting, quite chill.
Sorry.
No, you're all right. No, it's fine. It's with regards to the charlatan Ange. I agree with Tequila. He was. He yes, he won as a trophy, but he didn't do anything spectacular for the club. And he was very much could have been all talk, no go, so to speak. So I kind of agree with Tequila that I don't think bringing Ange would have made a damn bit of difference. In fact, if we'd have brought back Ange when we sacked, if it had brought back Ange mid-season, I think we'd have definitely gone down. I kind of understand where you're coming from, Tequila, on the it's just another face. It's just another face to try and do something. I get that with regards to the manager. To me, I'm interested to know what he's saying. Because I want to know, I want to see if he's actually got the bollocks to be honest about the players. That's the thing. If he really doesn't care what the players think about him, I hope he has the bollocks to turn around and say some of these players need to look at themselves and name them. Maybe not name them in the public eye, but just name them. Get these fucking players. But the issue that he's also got is that he can't rotate these players. He can't threaten some of these players with, if you don't start performing, you're not playing, because we don't have anybody who can step in. It's like there was a video going around on social media after the Arsenal game, and the angle from the footage seems to show that Igor is shouting at Mickey van der Ven to do something, and Mickey van der Ven doesn't look interested, and then you see Igor with his arms out wide and bent over backwards. Now, I did some digging on that, and it makes everybody's been slating Van der Ven for it. Or he's disinterested, he's switched off, he don't care. Igor weren't talking to Van der Ven. He was talking to Radu Dragusin, who wasn't in shot.
Dragusin, I was just about to say that. Yeah.
He was talking to Dragusin, who wasn't in shot of that little clip it that we used. And if Van der Ven really didn't give a shit about what Igor was trying to tell him, when Igor waved him over, Van der Ven walked over to him. If he really was that switched off and didn't care, he wouldn't have walked over when he shouted him. Look, I just hope he can change something that has been inherent for most of this season. I just hope he can change it, turn it around, and get some results. That's all I care about. I just care about getting some results. Yeah. It doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be attractive. It doesn't have to be the most sexy football in the world. Just get some goddamn results. And that's all I care about. Get some results. Keep us in this Premiership. Reset in the summer. And either with it be new owner, like if it's a full reset, be it new owners, new manager, whatever, or both, just get us there. Let's just get this season over with and just let us get there. I don't even care if we go out against Atletico Madrid in the round of 16 at Champions League. I would sooner us go out in the round of 16 of the Champions League.
Yeah.
So we can concentrate on the league. I
think
think
James, we're more likely to stay up the sooner we go out of the Champions League.
Yeah. And that was what my point was. It gives them the players to rest in between games. And gives us the ability to sort of get some players back fully fit and really kicking on the league. Look, the Champions League's been a very welcome distraction for us this season, and finishing fourth in Champions League, absolutely great. Really loved it. We've earned some decent money by getting to round of 16. If we bow out, we bow out. If we somehow make it past Atletico Madrid, I can't see us beating Barcelona, because Barcelona are going to tank Newcastle.
Yeah.
So I can't see us getting.
Do you know what? I don't think they will, James. I don't think they will.
Oh, Barcelona are going to tear Newcastle to pieces.
Do you know what?
Newcastle fell apart today. I've seen the highlights of it. They absolutely fell apart.
I haven't seen the highlights yet. I've been busy doing other things, but I'm watching match of the day tonight.
Absolutely, they just. It was like they fell apart. It was laughable. To see such collapse, and they will get. Look, they might put up a hell of a fight in at home,
but away
they might put up a fight. But once they go to the, I was going to say fucking San Siro. Then it's not San Siro.
No, New Camp.
The New Camp. Barcelona will just rip them to pieces. But that's my opinion.
Yeah, look, I just think, right, with tomorrow, I think Thursday's important as well. Now, I was supposed to go into the Palace game. I can't go for private reasons and medical reasons. But the man below me is going in my place. He's going to go there. So, Tequila, you will get a blog. It just won't be me doing the blog. It'd be him doing the blog.
Yeah, I wanted the whole thing, Demo. I wanted the food blog. I wanted the ferry blog, and you've just let me down so much. I'm heartbroken. I was looking forward to that more than the other matches.
Tequila, I'll give you a train blog. I'll give you a subway underground blog.
You need to give us a bus blog. You do your best work.
I am actually getting on a bus at some point as well.
Then that's it.
So my travel goes Doncaster to London King's Cross, London King's Cross to via the Underground to Seven Sisters, and then the Overground from Seven Sisters to White Hart Lane.
Why don't you do it to
So
Tottenham Hale, James? Tottenham Hale's right near the stadium. It's safe you walking down the high road.
Yeah, but I want to walk down the high road.
Well, it's a pissing rain. You get wet.
Well, I'll get a little bit wet. Hey, but the funny thing is my last trip to White Hart Lane was I did a stadium tour.
Yeah.
So it was my last trip to White Hart Lane.
Oh, was that you got your piss wet, didn't you? You told me that.
Yeah, and it absolutely hammered it down there, and I got absolutely piss wet through walking around doing a stadium tour. Absolutely dripping. It was just, and I was just wearing my Spurs shirt. That's all I had on. I was soaked to the bone.
So you will get a blog of some sort, but you will get. And if you are going to the game, James is going to interview fans from outside the stadium. So do look for James. Do see him. He will be there. So don't be afraid. Come up to him. I mean, when I've gone to Tottenham, people have stopped me, and they've got Dermatron, and they've asked for my picture and that. So be prepared for that, James. People may come up to you.
I can't see it happening. I can't see it happening for Big James, but hey.
Even now, happened to me last time I went. 4 people stopped me. Even now, I'm thinking, why are you stopping me? Do you know, they want my picture. What, of me? Are you serious? So it will happen. There will be, so James will be doing interviews outside with the fans. We're gonna link up with James live from in the stadium as well. He's gonna come on and give us his thoughts before the game, halftime, and then probably quickly at full time. But yeah, enjoy it. Have a good time. I'm going to the Leeds game, by the way. I'm going to the Leeds game. That is the game I'm going to. And so I will be there, and I'm going to fly over, going to launch myself in the number 8 bar. Rain's going to take me to a coffee shop. Something, the cheapest coffee in Tottenham, apparently, he says. And Tequila's giving me something to disrupt the stadium. So I'm going to try to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Bro, my match
Destroy the stadium, burn it down, and have a coffee, have a cappuccino at the same time. But you got to supply the matches, Tequila. So you told me.
Oh, I've got plenty, don't worry.
On that, probably get arrested getting off the boat. You're going nowhere.
I'm going to get done for being an arsonist now. Just watch.
Yeah. Look, should we go through the stats? I can't change it to members only. So we are going to do the predicted lineup in a minute, guys. So we're going to go through the stats, and then we'll do the predicted lineup. Of course, we have played Fulham 37 times, 38 draws. Fulham have got 10 wins, 7 at home, 3 away. Tottenham Hotspur, 19 wins in total, 11 at home and 8 away. Fulham and Tottenham, Fulham are 10th in the league, 11 wins, 4 draws, 12 defeats, a 1.22 XG per 90. And then Tottenham are sitting at 16th, 7 wins, 8 draws, 12 defeats, 1.04 XG per 90, which is pretty dreadful. Fulham's recent form, they've got 3-1. You what, bud?
I said it makes me feel sick looking at them stats.
Yeah, it does. Now, Fulham, 2 wins in their last 5. That did come against Brighton at home and Sunderland at home, but they did have defeats on their travels. Away to Manchester United, a home to Everton, and away to Man City. But they have won the first and the last 3-1, and that puts them in a little bit of better form than Tottenham. Tottenham's week results, well, it looks as cheerful as somebody trying to buy something at the market. Absolutely no win in their last 5. Couple of draws, but 3 defeats in a row now at Tottenham. 2 at home and 1 away. We've only won 2 out of the last 19 games. We've only won 2 home games all season. It's just dreadful. It really is absolutely dreadful. Big up to you, Vindaloo. He says, if you go to Millwall, learn how to duck. Yeah, I will. I am going to learn how to duck, James, and we've been taking ducking practice.
Need Kevlar if you go there, mate. Need Kevlar.
Yeah, probably. I do. Big up to you, Vinders. Look, Vinders is a lovely fella. He's a decent Arsenal fan, but he comes in. He likes to laugh and a little. You're right, James. You're sitting there like you've just seen a night. You're watching a nightmare. I'm waiting.
I am. I'm looking at that. I was looking at them stats again of our results. It's enough to make anybody go ill. I'm just trying to not throw up on my laptop. That's
So
how
the
sickening
last
it
5
makes me feel.
Just to be our mate.
the last 5 games, of course, Tottenham did last win there at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium was on Monday, the 23rd of October, 2023 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, 2-0. Since then, we have had 3 defeats and 1 draw. Lost 3-0 at Craven Cottage. We've lost twice at Craven Cottage. We drew 1 at ours, and we lost last season to Fulham and early in the season to Fulham as well. The referee tomorrow is Thomas Bramwell. The assistants are Adrian Holmes and Simon Long. James Linnington is the 4th official, and on VAR is Craig. Oh, Jesus Christ!
I've just seen that.
Yeah, we're definitely. I've just know somebody else who I know doesn't like Craig Pawson. He's chucking everything up the telly now. He is. Oh, Jesus! Why do we get so dopey people on VAR? If you're in UK and Ireland, of course, leave the commentary to one's truly here, the best commentary in town. Sky Sports Premier League can watch it on. In Argentina, if you are, it's on Disney Plus, Premium Argentina. If you're watching us in Thailand, which we do have people watching us from Thailand, by the way, it is on an AIS Play Monomax. If you're in the United States, you might be watching something else, but in case you want to watch a bit of Tottenham, it's on USA Network, Sarcasm FC, and if you're in Canada, of course, it is on Fubo TV. Team news for tomorrow is Christian Romero serves the penultimate game of his 4-match suspension. Pedro Porro and Kevin Danso back in training, offering judo options in defence. Destiny Udogi, Mohamed Kulu, sorry, I've got the hiccups. Lucas Berfield remain sidelined. So, Kulu's out with his ACL. James Madison's out with his ACL. Kuda's out with his thigh. Ben Davies is out with his ankle. Lucas Bergville is out with his ankle as well. And Bentancur is out with his hamstring. Now, this is where we change factors. So I need to put the guys here. I need to do something on my end, which is, let me now find the right studio, which is here. So this is in the predicted lineups now. So guys, are we all agreement that Vicario starts and goal?
Yeah.
Options, demo.
Yeah. Now, well, there's no other options. Vicario's going to start. Now, the back 3, I'm thinking of Mickey van der Ven on the left, Kevin Danso on the right, and Drankson in the centre.
Just to be sure, Dermo, so the formation's already been decided then. We're playing 3 at the back.
Oh, 3 at the back, yeah.
God. Okay.
So are you happy with that, guys?
I think he'll play 3 at the back as well. It's his favoured formation. Okay. I don't think we've got the attacking personnel to go 4-3-3. So,
where would you put Danso, in the centre or on the right?
In the centre.
And then play Drankson then.
Out on the right.
He's just going to sit on Vicario's head there. There we go, Vicario. There you go. Danso on your head. All right, and then Drankson, where did I put him? I can't see him.
He's down on the bottom. Down the bottom.
There he is. Yeah, and then there is Danso. There is Vicario. So that is our back 3. I know it's not everyone's. Get involved in the chat as well, guys. Let us know what you think so far. What we're doing for win backs, guys? Where's your inkling giving you for? No, we're doing Porro back as well.
Porro, that's his best position apparently. So
yeah,
right
Porro,
wing back.
right wing back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there is.
He's the only one. He's the only one who can cross the ball as well. So
actually left on side. There we go, Demo.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I don't know why I always get my left and right always mixed up somewhere. Sorry.
Now you've moved screen.
There you go. And then who we're playing on the left? Now, I would play Sousa on the left because he's a natural left wing back. And we know, in my opinion, we know.
Yeah, I would probably put Sousa out on the left wing back as well. He's naturally left footed rather than Jed Spence always going to his right foot to do anything, cross, whip it, whatever. It's always on his right foot. I think Sousa gives you a little bit different approach.
Where you going with it, Tequila?
Well, I'm curious to know why people are so convinced Sousa's going to be any better than Spence. I'm not saying the kid hasn't got potential, but I'm trying to work out what have we seen from him other than a couple of minutes here and there. To think that, I mean, this is such an important game, right? And I'm not saying Spence is good, but I'm just trying to understand. I know we haven't got exactly many options. It's literally one of two. And even though I don't think Spence is very good going forward, he's okay defensively. And if we want to get at least a point out of this, then I'm just wondering that maybe we go with Spence. Is this the game to be experimenting? Because that's kind of what you're kind of saying him to do.
It isn't really, because why I'm picking Sousa is because he is a natural left wing back, where Spence isn't, and we know Spence doesn't like playing on.
Well, is he a wing back or is he a full back?
I think he's both. I think he's a wing back.
So did he used to play? I'm asking. Did he play in a back five?
He played in a back five for Santos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, go with him then.
No, well, you think Spence? Why do you think Spence might do a better job on the left? What's giving you that confidence in Spence?
I know what to expect from
Spence.
I know what to expect from Spence, and I don't. As James says, I don't expect him to be overlapping, putting crosses in, because he can't, because he's not left-footed. If that's what we want them to do and be putting crosses into the box, then yeah, of course, a left footer makes a lot more sense. But just defensively, if we're looking to trying to keep it tight and we're okay with a draw, which I think at this point we probably are, then I'm just saying it's a bit of a gamble. If you want to take the gamble,
yeah,
okay.
I get where you're coming from, Tequila. Spence is the safer option, I guess.
Yeah.
He could end up being a world beater, and he could have the game of his life and consolidate that position for all I know. But this is what I mean. It's the gamble. Do you want to take the gamble in this game? That's kind of what I'm asking.
So what are we agreeing with then? What we're going with? Because we seem to be quite mixed, so we need a sort of a decision here. So what we're going with, guys?
I'd probably say he's the safer option. I'd probably say with Spence.
Okay.
I'd like to see Sousa start, but he's probably going to play Spence.
Tequila, you're going with Spence as well. I would take it. Yeah.
If we're okay with getting a draw, and I think most of us would take a draw, then probably I'd go with the more defensive option. Probably. Yeah. The better. Well. Look, if we were sitting in 13th place and we had no fear of relegation, then by all means, we've got nothing to play for. By all means, throw the kid in. But because we can still get relegated, it's like every point's going to count. So it's like, do you want to take the gamble? It's just about if you want to take the gamble or not. That's all I'm doing.
So, guys, that is our back five. We've got the Vicario in goal. We've got a back, three of a Mickey van der Ven, captain, Kevin Danso, and Dragerson. We've got the wing backs of Jed Spence and Pedro Porro making the return to the team. Now, what we're going for midfield-wise, guys? What's the midfield for you?
Conor Gallagher and Paulinho for me.
Yeah, I think it's a no-brainer, that, isn't it, really? So there is O'Connor, and then we're going to put Paulinho in with him as well. So there we go. So there's Paulinho. Just make him a little bit smaller. Tequila, are you happy with that, or would you change somebody else in that midfield? What would you do?
That wouldn't be my choice, but we have no option, so I'm okay with it.
Well, you do. You have Papa Sarr, you have Balloon Boy.
As I said, we've got no options.
So you wouldn't put Papa Sarr in there with the Gallagher then, or?
I think Papa Sarr is significantly worse than both of those two players. Yeah. So my point, and I'm assuming you already know my feelings. So my point is that we haven't got the player I want, who I think should be playing there, which is a passer of the ball. We have no passers of the ball in our midfield. So I want one more defensive minded player, and I want somebody who can pass the ball, control the game a little bit. We do not have that player. So that's the best we can do.
Yeah, he's out injured.
So
yeah. So okay, so we've got Gallagher and Paulinho. Right, the front three, the number 10, the two wingers, and the striker. Where we're going?
Well, we don't have a number. We don't have two wingers. We're not allowed two wingers as well because that'd be too many players.
Well, you know what I mean. So you're going with two strikers then?
No, it'll be a one. A one and a two, but one playing or a two and a one. So you'll probably have Xavi Simons. I would probably
And
say
the 10.
Yeah.
Where you got to kill it, Xavi in the 10?
I'm trying to work out what formation you're going for. When you're not seriously, you want to put two strikers, really?
Yep. I think that's what we need.
Okay.
So are we all agreed Xavi in the 10 then? I think so.
Well,
think
I
that's
wouldn't choose two strikers, but if this is the formation we've decided on, then I think as a number 10, yeah, there's no better option than him.
Well, the only other option you've got is you then put Pat Matasar in as a box to box, and then
you play your
you play
Xavi on the left, Tell on the right, and then Richie up front, or Solanke up front.
Well, you got Moani as well.
Yeah, well.
See, in a 5-2-3, I thought you don't play a number 10, do you?
No,
or do you pull the two widers, make them a bit narrow, and you play like two attacking midfielders? Don't United play that way, or didn't they used to play that way with Amarin?
Yeah, that's how we used to play. Yeah, but if you're going to go for two sort of attacking midfielders, you'd probably put Simons and Pat Sarr there, and then
based upon these choices, by all means, put two strikers because you're right. We don't. If the only other option for a number 10 is Pape Sarr, then I'd rather have two strikers because I don't think Pape Sarr.
Well, it wouldn't be a 10, would it? It'd be more of an 8. So you'll have Gallagher and probably Paluna as 6s, and then you would have Sarr as an 8, and then he will be a box-to-box midfielder.
Yeah.
And then you would have Simons on the left, probably either Morani or Tell on the right, and then you will have Solanke up front. But I think we need goals tomorrow. We need to win this game. We need to go for broke. Every game now is it.
Do two up front then. Just like I say, I don't like this formation to start with, but Tudor is probably going to play it, so it doesn't matter what I think. So yeah, go for two strikers then. I suppose. Go what you originally were going to do.
So, I mean, do you then change it then? Do you want to change it then, guys? Put Cyrus in the box to box and do play one up front and with two wingers. Do you think that'll also help the wing backs as well, giving them a little bit of an outlet as well?
No,
you'd have to play. You'd have to play two wingers and a striker. So if you're playing two wingers and a striker, it kind of negates having the pushed up wing backs.
It does,
because
I know what you mean.
It becomes overloaded. Unless you're playing them inverted, whereas then it gives Gallagher and Palhinha drop, and then it gives Porro and Spence the inversion to run into the space rather than using the wing. So if you're playing off the shoulder of the wingers, that's where you'd want them. And then a Solanke up front or a Moani up front.
Right. I don't think I've got a Solanke. Have I? Apparently I do. Apparently I do have Solanke. There he is.
The only other way you could do it, but I think James is right, unless you get the two wide forwards and play them as wide forwards rather than wingers, is you could play Richie, I guess, on the left as an inside forward, and then on the right you play Xavi. Xavi probably is better on the because Xavi's going to drift into the number 10. Xavi's going to drift in anyway because that's what he does.
Yeah,
you play Richie on the right. I'm well aware that Richie is not a winger, but you play Richie on the right and you have Solanke.
So you're saying no place for Tell, no place for Moani.
Or I think Solanke's our best striker out of those three. So if you want to play Charleston, then you could do that instead of Richie.
I
would play Solanke with Moani.
Okay.
Because then it gives the ability for Simons to drift out wide left if he wants to, and Moani to be sort of drifting out right as playing as that inside forward, so it allows a bit more fluidity, or like it can change what the personnel are doing, if you know what I mean. If he sets it up like that and it's not working, he can then sort of tell Moani to go out wide, Simmons to go left, and Porro and Spence to invert. It gives them that option to change how they play without fucking up the formation too much, if you know what I mean.
Well, there you go, guys. That is the team. We started with a Vicario in goal. We've got a back three of Mickey van der Ven, Kevin Danso, and Raju Dragosin. We've got the wing backs of Jed Spence and Pedro Porro. We've got a midfield two of Colin Gallagher and Palunia. We've got Xavi in as the 10, and up front we've got Morani, and we've got a Dom Solanke. I take it then you could put your rest of your the rest that are not playing are on the subs bench.
Yeah. You've got Susie, you've got Tell, you've got Richie, you've got Sa, you've got Archie Gray, who all could then, yes, although wouldn't vastly improve the team if they was brought on, they are able to. There's a spot, there's a place in every position that we have defenders, that we have subs available to us for a player in who, apart from defence, who can go into one of those positions. I mean, you could consider Archie Gray dropping into a defensive role if push came to shove, but you've then got Sarr who can come in for, say, Simmons. You've got Ortel, who could come in for Simmons, and Sarr could come in for Paulinho or Gallagher. You've then got Richie who could come in for Moani or Solanke. And like I say, Arch Gray could cover the midfield, Porro, anybody on the back line, and Suzu could cover the left. It gives him options. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Would you pick something else? Would you pick that team? That is the team we will. So that's the team that we have picked. And tell us if you like the new way where we're doing the predicted lineups. Let us know if you like it, and let us know. Do you want it as its own standalone live show? Do you want it as a member show? Let us know, guys, what you want, and we will do it to make it the best viewing for you guys. But guys, that is it. That is the end of the pre-match build-up. Tottenham versus Fulham. Now, times tomorrow. Tequila, I know you got to shoot. So do you want to plug your channel now very quickly and where people can find you?
Yeah, guys, you can find me on the Play Pouch podcast channel, which is obviously for gaming. I'll be streaming probably at 10 o'clock, so about 15 minutes. I'm going to rush over there and stream some State of Decay. If people want to watch that, that's great. And also a wrestling channel called No Cell Wrestling. So please join us there. I'll put the links in the chat, and we'll be doing the live stream also tonight covering the live Elimination Chamber. So if anyone's going to watch that, it's at like 12 a.m. Come join us, me, Com, and another person. We're going to be covering that live. So, and that'll be till like 2 or 3 a.m. So wish us luck. I'll put the links into the chat. So yeah, if you want to join us, 2 streams after each other, one on the gaming channel, Play Pouch channel, then one on the No Cell Wrestling channel. So yeah, please join us. Thanks, Dermo.
Busy night for you, Venti.
Yeah, very three streams after each other. Yeah, 3 streams after each other.
Look, well, I let you go and get sorted for that because I know you're on in about 10 minutes, and I did try to finish this at 8:45, but I know you need to grab a few bits, so I let you go and do that. I'm going to go and plug Column's channel as well. I'm going to plug our sponsor, Column's company, and also we got James we can find up, and then we'll end off. We did run a poll, and we will give you the results of that poll. Yes, our channel is being sponsored by O'Connell Designs. Everything you can see here is done by O'Connell Designs. Intros, outros, all the stuff on here is done. So do get over to there. The link is the email is in the description below. There is a new match day intro coming tomorrow, so I would look forward to that. So do that. But James, where can people find you, bud?
Yeah, you can find me obviously mainly on here. I will say I have started my first Football Manager save, which will be going out onto our gaming
Yes.
channel. I've been recording it. I'm just figuring out a few bits on making sure I've got everything right on it before I edit it down, and it will get released. I have been starting it. It's I'm doing a Tottenham save. It's the first one. I've got to do a Tottenham save, haven't I? And it's going to be 5 years. Can I take Tottenham to Champions League glory in 5 seasons? That's what I've set. I've set my boundary at 5 seasons. It'll be simulated. I'll show you the team, my transfers, everything like that. I'll simulate the season, show you how we do each year. I will be taking control of the tactics and the formations and how I want the teams to play, but I will leave all the actual gameplay up to the assistant manager. It's very simple format. Yeah, I know it's out there on things, but that is what I have been doing. So please jump along to Old Boys Gaming till we die. That's what. And also, you can follow me at X at THFC James.
James, if you do really well, can you please apply for the job in the summer?
Absolutely.
First job. Cheers, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and of course you can find me here tomorrow. We are on at 2:05 with the watch along. Then we've got the afterwards. So I think you joining me for that, and you, James, tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get.
Stuff.
I'll be about for match day stuff. I'll be hanging in the background. Jump on at half time. Jump on at full time. But yeah, I'll be floating around, giving you my match day thoughts.
Yeah, and then tomorrow night at 7:00, do get over to Dermot and Philip's Political Do or Die. We are going to talk about what's happening in the Middle East as well. I think we might be going live with an emergency podcast. I think about 10:30 for 20 minutes, talking about the latest of what's happening today and the breaking news of this evening. So we are going to talk about that. Just to give you a bit of football and breaking news, Iran are pulling out of the World Cup. So that leaves an extra space for a country to qualify for the 26th World Cup. So can Ireland, will they give it to Ireland there you go, guys. Donald Trump may ring up the FIFA president, go and get the boys in green over. Even if they lose in the playoffs, get them in. So you never know. We might get to the World Cup one way or the other. But guys, do join us tomorrow at 2:05 for the watch along. I'm on it. Dave's at 11 for an hour and a half. Then I'm on We Are Tottenham TV at 12:30. So join me there. And then I'm on here from 2:05. I'll get a nice little hour's break between the end of that show to the start of our own content. So do join us for that. We did do a poll tonight. Have you enjoyed the stream? And I've never done these polls before. It's the first time I've ever done one. But 88% of you said yes, 12% said no, 34%. So the 12% that said no, let us know what we can do better. And that is why I've done it.
It's going to be because of my Ange comment, Dermo, I bet you.
It does. So everyone's entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. But on that bombshell,
I backed you up on tequila, so.
Oh, no, mate. Cheers, bro.
So, look, we are going to leave it there. Thank you all for watching. See you tomorrow at 2:05 as Tottenham Hotspur travel to Craven Cottage to go and paddle in the Thames. You never know. Come on, you Spurs.